What is up, YouTube? I'm NintendoMan64, bringing you the next episode of Pokemon Heart Gold, the Action Replay Edition. Last time, we began some backtracking and exploring through areas now that we can surf, use strength, and smash rocks, along with cutting branches, of course. We got a lot of useful items. We completed the Ruins of Alph and Union Cave, getting all the items we could possibly get. Now, there are a couple of things we can still do in those areas, and we're going to have to wait just a little bit longer before we're capable of dealing with them. But at the moment, we must progress because there are other things we have to do. One of which is get the balls that Kurt made for me, which are fastballs. Nice. And now we'll have him make a couple more for us, so let's see what we have the most of. That would be these black ones. I believe these are going to be the heavy balls, if I'm not mistaken. But that's okay with me. I just want as many as I can get because, like I said, Pokeballs are very hard to come by in this game when your mother is taking half of your funds. But I'll take that. I mean, we have a decent amount. We have some friend balls. We have some love balls. We have some lure. We have a lure ball, sorry. A couple of quick balls. I am going to be doing that lotto thing once we get back to Goldenrod City to see if we can get anything useful there. But before we do any of that, let's go back into the Slowpoke well and do all the surfing shenanigans we can do down there. Especially since we cleared Team Rocket out a long time ago at this point. Led by Proton John and all that. Oh, first, let's surf on my good girl, Deporia. And that led us nowhere. Thank you, Derps. Hello, Zubat. Alright, so, hey, there we go. No use heading that way, because we already got the hidden item there. Hello, Slowpoke! Let's try tackling you. You know, let's do Dragon Rage now. I'm not having Deporia fall asleep. Not this early into our episode. Alright, thank you, Nutmeg. Hopefully we didn't need that strength boulder. I don't think we did. Now, there isn't as much, like, running around as we're going to have to do this time around because we're not doing the Ruins of Alph. We're not doing a couple other things. And tackle. Let's try Pokeball. Why not? Well, I can't name you what I was going to name you because you're a girl. We're going to name... You know what? I have to name you Patty then. Because I was going to name him Rick. But I can't name it Rick if it's a girl. It just wouldn't make sense. And Patty will at least be able to fit with all her friends. She won't be going to the Island of Misfit Pokemon like others will be. Alright, now there's still a couple of things we have to do. First things first, I really should put out another repel. And that led me nowhere, but it does give me a shortcut to go see what this guy's all about. I think he gives us something, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he's a trainer. Alright, let's put out a repel. This is getting a little annoying. I need to turn my fan on too. I'll do that in a minute. I'm waiting to see Slowpoke's moment of evolution. Through observation, I made a new discovery. A Slowpoke with a King's Rock often gets bitten by a Shelder. Here, I'll share a King's Rock with you. King's Rock. If you trade a Slowpoke holding a King's Rock, I believe it will evolve into a Slowking, which is not as defensive as Slowpoke's ultimate evolved form is, but it's far more powerful. So take from that what you will. Now let's go up here. And TM18 Rain Dance. Useful if you have a Pokemon that has the ability Swift Swim. I don't think there's anything else up there, but we'll go check out just in case. I also should pick up a couple of escape ropes. But I think this is the last real dungeon area we're going to be exploring, because the rest is all glitchy, apparently. Yep, there's nothing else up here. So let's utilize that escape rope. Thank you. I know, Derporia, it's crazy. We got the TM for Rain Dance, and we caught a Slowpoke, but that's about it. Now, before we go into the Ilex Forest and continue our way up there, I do have a couple of things I have to do that I did not think of doing when I last came to the Pokemon Center. I have to do some shifting around, because I have some Pokemon that are going into the Island of Misfit Pokemon. Hey. There we go. Now, no, not deposit. Not deposit yet. Move Pokemon. Now, Island of Misfit Pokemon will include poor little Polly here, which I just thought of a good name, which that is a good name for her, which is a darn shame. Natu also goes into the Island of Misfit Pokemon. Joe the Eevee does not. He's okay. Tentacruel does, though. And that should be it. I think everybody else here has a nickname. Yes, my Ditto's name is Whore. You have to deal with it forever. Okay, so now that we did that rearranging, we healed everybody. Ilex Forest, here we come. Now, for this, it should just be to get an item. And one solitary item, too. Oh, we did get the King's Rock into the Slowpoke well, too. I don't mean to rag on the Slowpoke well, but unless you're catching a Slowpoke, it's only useful for the one plot moment. And I'm not using a Slowpoke. I decided against that very early on in this playthrough. Alright. Yawn. Huh. I really should put out another repel, but I am a glutton for punishment. So I'm gonna put one out now. Alright. Now first off, we're gonna see what's over here. On the left. No, I don't want a headbutt. We got a big mushroom. I don't know what we can trade those for in this game. In fact, I've never really known. This, an antidote, which I think we could have gotten this entire time, but I must not have noticed. I must have figured, oh, right by the water means we can't get it. So this is going to be a quickie after that last gong show, at least in comparison. But even then, there's still some things we have to do. Like surf over here. Now you can head north. I am amazed that I caught a Tentacruel before a Tentacool. But that's okay. Pokeball. Thank you. Welcome to the party, pal. And I'm gonna name you Billy. Billy. Yes, a lot of my nicknames won't make sense, but I don't care. They're my nicknames, and I will name Pokemon what I want to name them. Another nugget. There we go. Alright, so we have Tentacool and Tentacruel, which I believe you could catch on both on the same routes each time. Like, you don't have to worry about catching a Tentacool unless you want it for the Pokedex, like I do. Now there are... I think this is... oh my god. 3 fights in a row. Are we ready for this? Derps, are you ready for this? Because this is your show, apparently. Alright, round 1 goes to her. Oh, it's a double battle. Okay. I could do this. Staryu and Goldeen versus Derporia and Taboos. Good. Just what I want to see. Teamwork from my 2 favorite peoples. Alright, so we'll Dragon Rage that Staryu and Wing Attack that Goldeen. Let's tackle that Staryu and astonish that Goldeen. Derporia to level 26. So wants to learn Leer. You know what? It's better than Tackle. Anything's better than Tackle at this point. And Taboos to level 28. Starmie and Seaking. Alright. Dragon Rage on that Seaking. Bite that Starmie. Same idea. Dragon Rage and Bite. And goodbye. Man, we are just getting good here. I'll tell my sister about you. Better not laugh yet. My sister's really strong. Is this the sister? I hope. I must pay you back for taking care of my sisters. Alright, you have a Shellder. Not much of a challenge for me. Except if it uses Protect all the time. Shellder is a very defensive Water-type Pokemon. And that's pretty much it. It's a decent defender, and that's all it's really good for. Cloyster was once one of the most powerful defensive tanks in the Pokemon franchise prior to Gen 4, when it made rock types a little bit more usable. Unfortunately, it's always had weak special attack defense, and on top of that, you know, they just suck. And we got Power Herb. I'm sorry we jumped you. We never expected anyone to find us here. So, what does the Power Herb do? Let's see. It allows the immediate use of a move that... Ooh! That could be useful. But I don't think I have any 2-turn moves planned. But that is definitely a useful item. Basically, what the Power Herb does is... if you have a move like, say, Solar Beam, Sky Attack, Razor Wind, it automatically lets you use it in one shot. Not for nothing, that is a very interesting idea. But now that we're back here in Goldenrod, couple other things I'd like to do before we head out. I think, with the exception of that one area before the national park, we're all but done with our surfing stuff for now. Because I'm not going back to Mahogany Town yet. Because there's no reason to. Because we still got Olivine City and Cianwood to do. And the Safari Zone. We got so much stuff to do, guys. Before we do any of that, though, I do want to go see... First, I want to sell that nugget that we found. And how much cash do I have now? 18,000. Nice. So I'll be able to buy another dozen Moo Moo Milks. Or 2 if I feel up to it. And let's head up to the 6th floor. And let's go see what we can do today. Let's see, what's the TM prize? Oh, Drain Punch, Quick Ball, and some berries. So let's do about 5 of them. Let's see. And we got another Quick Ball. Okay. I tried a Quick Ball on Entei. It did not work. And another number 2, so that's 2. I'm actually trying to get some berries, but okay. And a Spearberry. Heals frozen Pokemon. Doesn't make a lot of sense since Pokemon can't eat or move when they're frozen, but I digress. A Pecha Berry. And one more for good luck. And an Oranberry. Cool. Did not mean to go down the escalator, but okay. You know what one of my things on a bucket list was always to do as a kid? I wanted to, like, have the mall rented out for, like, a day. Like, all the stores are open, but, like, there weren't a lot of people in there. And what you had to do, and I wanted to have, like, a giant hide-and-seek in, like, a mall. I was thinking about that now because when I think of escalators, I think of the mall. Not a department store. But there are a lot of department stores at the malls that are around where I live, but still. Alright. One last water place to explore before we go back to where we were supposed to start 2 episodes ago. Or an episode ago. And that gives us a green apricorn. Yay! But hey, if you're using apricorns, it's useful. Let's check if there's anything over here. Oh, there is. Another nugget. There we go. Anything else? Nothing. Okay. But that nugget and that apricorn make it worth the trip. Just to cross the water. And with that all said and done, this was a quickie, but it basically served its purpose. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm Nintendo Man 64. Join me next time when I meet you guys in front of Olivine City. This time, I promise that's where we're going to be starting. But it is Thursday, and I want to take part in another bug catching tournament, so I will be doing that in a moment. Until then, sayonara.